Good evening, welcome to Harrogate Food Buzz. I gave you a little snippet this week of where I was heading, so out of Harrogate and into York, because there is a fantastic restaurant that's opened in York. Do we call it York Spark or Spark York? It's the other way around, Spark York, which if you know nothing about is, I don't know how many there are, but there are a group of shipping containers that have been put together down the end of, we're on Piccadilly, aren't we, Kiki? Yeah, Piccadilly in York, and they've been put together to form a really cool space full of food and drink and retail. There's home decor, there's all sorts down here, there's little outdoor spaces. It's very funky, it feels very London when you come and see something like this, because you're not used to seeing something like this in somewhere like York, but it's fantastic. So I'm here with Kiki, welcome. And today we've come down to talk to her about this restaurant, which is Cardamom Dill, which I believe opened in November.
2nd of November last year.
So not open that long, but I was wandering York with my husband just last weekend for his birthday treat. We came over to York, to my hometown, and I just kind of stopped in my tracks when I came across this restaurant, because again, I just walked in and thought, oh, it just looks like Ottolenghi in London. The food display was absolutely fantastic. The vibrancy of kind of freshness and colour, and the restaurant itself is just stunning. So I immediately came in and spoke to Kiki and arranged to come down and chat to her today to find out all about this fantastic little space and all about kind of how it's all come about. So welcome to Harrogate Food Buzz.
Welcome too.
So tell me a little bit about yourself, Kiki, and tell me a little bit about how this all came about.
Okay, well, I'm a brand consultant by trade. Worked all my life in London. Well, not all my life, I started when I was 2. Pretty much all my career in London, working for big agencies, ad agencies and branding agencies. So that was my trade.
Right.
And about 4 years ago, we moved up to North Yorkshire, and it was a massive trade-off between like, all the funkiness and high-powered career that I had there in Hackney to a little country town.
Yes.
So I kept commuting between that place and London, and I tried to maintain that lifestyle for about 2 years.
Yeah.
It actually killed me. I was neither a Londoner nor a Yorkshire person, so I was like this horrible in between. So I thought, I've got to do something that works here. I cook a bit. I'll give you the background to why I cook a bit, and I knew I could probably make some kind of life with food.
Okay.
But I had no idea really. It was just something inside me that was audacious thought.
Yeah.
And I walked into a gallery in York one day about 2 years ago, and he had just changed the gallery up into an art cafe bar. Had a coffee there, loved it, told him I was a cook, and he laughed, quite rightly, because I wasn't. But the next time I went in, he said, I've had an idea, and to his credit, he let me start doing lunches there, Thursday through Saturday, from September 2017. And it was hugely successful. We also had this supper club for 22 to 24 people every last Friday of every month.
Right.
That became cult in York because nobody was actually really doing that.
No.
And that got him and the gallery and me a following. But I got to a point late last summer when I thought, I've just got to move forward.
Yeah.
And it happens to all cooks. You just have to have your own space at the end of the day to express yourself in a way that is authentic to you.
Absolutely.
So whilst the gallery was an amazing opportunity and a wonderful way of just testing the market, it was time to move on.
Yeah.
I know the founders of Spark, Tom and Sam very well, and I spoke to them, and this unit came up.
Yeah.
And this is, as you can see, and as you'll see in the film, a perfect position because it has street frontage.
Absolutely.
And I already had a following, so I wanted people to find me and discover me.
Yes.
So been here since the 2nd of November, and it's been an absolute phenomenal runaway success.
I'm not
so
surprised.
much so I can barely cope.
No, we were just talking before we came on film about, it's just not surprising. It's the first thing that strikes you as you come into Spark. And as you said, you were very much adamant it needed to have like the street facing, because there are lots of little places in here, but they're kind of dug away down the side and at the back. So the lighting in here is one of the things we were just talking about. It's beautiful lighting. The way you've done it out as well is just beautiful. So very exciting. So you've been here since November. How is it all going? You said you've got supper clubs and you've got
phenomenal. So I'm now pretty much packed lunchtimes Wednesday through Saturday.
You need to get here early then if you want to go and try.
No, book. That's what I recommend, or 12 o'clock or book.
So, I believe that everything that you offer on the menu is, so it's vegetarian, plant-based.
It's plant-based, but there are always vegan options.
Right.
Now, when I first started at the gallery, I had no idea that the demand for vegetarian food was so great. It's true to say that in January with for January or whatever, however you pronounce it, nobody seems to know. That puts vegan food right at the top of the agenda for people, but I don't think it's a flash in the pan.
No.
I think it's becoming more and more desired. Even if people still eat meat, they want that kind of plant-based option. And fascinating article a couple of months ago in The Lancet, whereby 17 eminent doctors around the world have been tasked with putting together the ultimate menu for the world.
Okay.
So this is no small mean feat. We have to change food on this planet in order to sustain our lifestyle, because we're killing it basically. Through our farming methods, high demand, the propensity for fast food, processed food is actually killing people.
Yeah.
And basically what they've designed is the Mediterranean diet, and that's what we do. Plenty of veg, plenty of pulses, plenty of fruit, oily fish occasionally, but I don't do it here, but I do eat it. And meat once in a blue moon. That is the ideal diet. So really, I am on the tailcoat of a phenomenon that is now going to become the norm.
Absolutely.